These things seem to be the bane of my existence. Welcome back to the channel. I traded the Rat's Nest Cherokee for this vehicle right here. But first, I gotta do a few other projects because, well, we need some money for 2025. So I gotta get the shop cleaned up because I got a buddy coming out. He's gonna help me pull the transfer case out of the Pacer because, well, I need some money for some projects and that'll be a good start. All right, now that everything's opened up, I just wish that I had the money where I could just keep buying stuff and not have to sell anything. Yeah, right. All right, I think you guys remember this car. You guys remember my buddy Brian? We're gonna pull the T-case out of it because, like I said, this thing's not gonna be four-wheel drive. So we don't need four-wheel drive. We need to get that T-case out. He's gonna take it with him. I wonder if we can push this thing into the shop.
Strategy sessions going on.
There you go.
Are you making sure everything's going right? Yeah. Ooh.
Gotta make a custom tool. See if that did it. It's still warm. Cool off. We got all the nuts off the studs except one, and it's hard to get to. I really don't want to have to pull the belly pan. This custom 9/16 should get in here and get it out.
You're sharing it. I'm not doing anything.
I was trying to share. All right. Atlas T-case. This is going to help pay for parts to make that thing cooler. So Brian thought that he was just going to be grabbing this transfer case and taking off, but I'm going to make him help me get this thing ready because we have a Christmas run we're going to do. All right, so what I have here are two fancy laser beam lights that we're going to mount on the roof and a whole web of lights that are going to go down this thing because we're going to kind of do a little parade, and then we're going to give jackets to those who might not have jackets this Christmas. So we got a whole pile of stuff that we're going to hand out, and then they're going to take it and bring it to kids that need it. But these lights, I got some wicked awesome colors going here. So to do this, I got an eBay power inverter, and this thing should be plenty big enough to run those lights. Fortunately, our battery is right there, so this won't be hard to set up at all, especially for temporary. So this thing already comes with wires and connectors. It's pretty easy. And then obviously ground to ground, power to power. I am not going to permanently mount this. I already have a power inverter here, and I don't know if it has enough juice to run all the lights. So I'm going to use that to run the big strip of lights and one of the lasers, and then I'll run the other one for the other one. So then I don't have to worry about it. We are on like Donkey Kong. Cool. That was easy. Yeah, we got all the lights as lights with lights. So Brian helped me get everything wired up. We are now on our way to Cherokee Canyon, where we are going to meet up with our local four-wheel drive club, the Cliffhangers four-wheelers. He's behind me in my mom's Jeep. He's actually driving my mom. She wanted to come out. She's got a couple things she wants to give to the kids as well. And I think our kids will come out also. We're obviously in the smoke show. We're not driving very far. I don't live very far from Cherokee, so we're just gonna limp this thing over there, and I'll just keep driving it until one day it won't drive, I guess, and then we'll have to fix it.
Hi everybody, it is so dark. We have Trevor from Misadventure Labs.
What's up, everybody? What's going on here? I don't even know what's going on.
We have the Cliffhangers four-wheel drive club that Colt and I are a part of here in Farmington, and we are doing a Christmas run for Toys for Tots, but instead of toys for little kids, we are helping teenagers.
Oh,
So we took on the teenagers since they never get anything.
well, if I would have known, I would have brought something for them.
They surprised us by coming over today, so they're coming with us. Look at that, that's cool with all of the, it's like a sleigh for Christmas.
Oh yeah. She's ready to rock. So we got the Atlas T case out. We did the Toys for Tots run, and Brian had to take off. Trevor and his wife, Naomi from Misadventure Labs, they came by for a little bit, but they had to leave too. Now I got to work back on this real quick. These things seem to be the bane of my existence on this 6.7. I've replaced them from Ford a couple times now. They last about 6 to 8 months, and then Ford wasn't warranting them. This is one notch for AutoZone. AutoZone was a lot cheaper than everybody else. This is a Ford Motorcraft fuel pump, and this comes with a 2-year warranty. So when it fails in 6 months, I can just get it replaced for free. All you gotta do to take this pump out is you gotta pick the clip up and then push this down. You gotta depress that and then it pulls. But man, these things are a bear sometimes. These blue ones fought me, and then this rear yellow one is in the worst place ever. But they're all out now. I just gotta take the 4 bolts off and it comes right down. Now, if you've never done one of these pumps on these 6.7s, there's really no way to get the air out of the system. You just have to prime it about 20 times. Now, I've heard people say you can just turn the key on and off 10 times. I do it about 20 until you stop hearing noise. The pump will be kind of loud, and then it'll quiet down. Actually, this pump's quieter, so maybe this one's better than the one directly from Ford, even though it's still a Ford one. So we'll just turn the key on and off until the pump kicks off, and then just keep doing it. After about 20 times, we'll start it up. All right, truck's running, trailer's loaded up. Now it's time to do what this video was meant for, which is loading this up. All right, you may notice that it's missing the winch. It's got different wheels. Most of the inside stuff's taken out. I did leave the fridge in there. It works, but it does have a little crack in it. So it's a new day, and I've been having this Cherokee tailgate me the whole way to Arizona. If you guys know, I built Rat's Nest on Bleepin' Jeep. It was a fun build. It was fun to use. I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed putting it together, but it is time to send it on its way. You can only afford so many projects and so many vehicles, and that one's done, and we just don't use it. And we need something that we are going to use regularly. So you guys know that I love Jeep Cherokees, but I also love Suzuki Samurais. And that is what we're doing today. All right, we just got into Holbrook, Arizona. Jeep made it just fine. Strappy straps are still strapping. That's why, you know that, right? Because I did this and then said it ain't going nowhere. You do that every time you strap it down. You don't have to worry about it after that. And anybody that ever wondered, this roll-on paint still is holding strong. Washes off good, didn't fade. All right, so now we just gotta wait for Samurai. Not that kind of Samurai. All right, well, this is Brandon. He's got Rat's Nest now, and he's gonna probably change it to Hulk.
Yeah, we're gonna change it to the Hulk. This is my son. He was wanting to name it the Hulk.
The Hulk, yeah.
Hulk smash. Well, they're gonna have fun with that. I'm gonna have fun with this.
We're excited to see what he turns the Samurai into.
That fits a family a little better, too.
I just got to put a back seat in it.
Yeah. We made it back home. Been a long day. All right, well, here it is in all its glory. Don't you love a Samurai? Now, a lot of you, if you haven't already commented, you're going, what in the heck are you doing, Colt? You traded a perfectly good Cherokee that you spent all your time building for a Samurai. But I'm gonna explain why right now. First off, you guys might know that the Rat's Nest Cherokee I built on Bleepin' Jeep. Well, this is my channel, and I wanna build stuff on my channel. This one's a pretty good setup to start. Here's what's inside. Hood latch. Now, if this was just a regular Samurai, I would have gotten completely ripped off. But this thing has got a Suzuki big block. Check it out. This is a 2-liter Grand Vitara motor. This thing has 3 times the horsepower of the stock carbureted 1.3 liter that comes in these originally. From what I understand, it's a fairly low mile engine that was put in by like Zook's Off-Road or one of the Suzuki off-road shops. Has trail tough motor mounts. But that's not all. Check this out. It's got a digital dash display. I have functioning fuel gauges and temp gauges. That's fancy steering wheel, I guess. It also has a roll cage. It has seats and harnesses. It even has a twin stick on the T-case. And I was told it has the 4.16 T-case gears in it as well. Can't beat the AstroTurf carpet. It also has a nice rack of KC headlights. It's also got a spare tire and a few other things. And one of the things that I'm really excited about is the YJ leaf spring conversion. So this has Jeep Wrangler leaf springs. One of the weak links of a Suzuki Samurai is the factory leaf springs. These things are much tougher. It actually stretches the wheelbase a little bit. That's going to give this thing a much better stance and a much better ride for years to come. It has some heavy duty steering, and it even has lockers front and back in the Suzuki Samurai axles. Now, there's things that I took from the Cherokee before we traded. I took my wheels, I took my tires, I took my winch, I took a bunch of things off of there, and I let him know that I'm going to take all this stuff off and keep it for me, for maybe this and other projects going forward. Now, here's some things I don't like. This has a winch bumper. This is literally held on by two little tiny bolts on each side of this frame. That is not enough. I've actually seen Samurai winch bumpers rip off the frame before. We're gonna fix that. Secondly, it has chase lights for rear tail lights, and the blinkers don't really work right. I have to sit there and function them manually, and I don't like the yellow chase lights on this thing particular, but this will go towards my Pacer. I'll have chase lights for the Pacer, which is a plus, and I can put regular tail lights back in this bumper. I'm still probably gonna make a new bumper as well. And even under here, it has the heavy duty cradle for the T-case, so that's a plus. And you can see that they've worked on this transmission. This transmission has definitely been done over at least one time. It has the knuckle gussets and the axle gussets as well. One of the things I don't really like is where the rear shocks are sitting. The rear shocks are not where I would want them. We are gonna replace that to the stock location, kick them out towards the frame more to give them a better ride. And one of the other things I noticed is whoever put this leaf spring conversion kit on didn't measure it straight across. Now, when it's something this short, there's a ½ inch difference in wheelbase between the driver and passenger side. So this thing actually crab walks or dog walks down the road like that. And it's very blatant, especially when you only have an 84-inch wheelbase or whatever this is. So that is something I'm gonna have to fix as well, is cut one of the front brackets off and move it forward. And you can see that it's actually off. Not a huge deal, but that is something I'm gonna have to fix in the future. Now, what I would like to do is keep this thing on leaf springs. I think leaf springs are a great, affordable way to go off-roading. I think that I need bigger tires than the 31s that are on it, but these Samurais are pretty capable. In my opinion, they're the newer version of an old Willys Jeep, or Willis Jeep, depending on how you want to say it. They're small, they're nimble, they actually fit between the obstacles that most rigs get stuck on. They did have to put a little scoop on the hood here to clear the intake. This thing also has the electric Prius power steering conversion as well. It's kind of hard to tell, but that shackle is actually kicked out farther than this shackle, which means that bracket on the back side of this leaf spring is farther back on the frame than that one. Now, this thing also came with spare parts. I have quite a few Samurai spare parts because I have Samurai rock buggies, but I don't have just a Samurai driver wheeler. And with that 2-liter motor, I can start out in 5th gear in this thing. While I have a few projects ahead of this, I do have it insured in my name, but I still got to get the license plate changed over. So even though this thing isn't nearly as built as the Rat's Nest Cherokee, like I said, I want to build new stuff on my channel. Now, the S10 I'm going to keep because I want to revamp it. So you know, like the S10's motor is getting built down in Albuquerque, and once I get that back, I want to revamp that whole truck. I'm going to change quite a few things. I'm going to keep it leaf sprung, don't worry about that. But we do want to change a few things around on it and make it more utilitarian. This thing, on the other hand, would be super cool to figure out a way to make it the ultimate mini Rocklander. With this motor, this thing gets like 25, 30 miles to the gallon. It's gonna go a long distance. I can carry what I need. I just have to be really smart and use lightweight objects to be able to fit inside this tiny little thing. And I know what you're thinking, Colt, how in the heck do you fit in this thing? Well, I fit in it pretty snug right now. I'm gonna have to modify the seat, bring it down, bring it back. I'll get it figured out. I've owned a few of these. And it'll be nice to have a Samurai that isn't on propane. And for those of you guys wondering where the rear steer Samurai is, it's been sitting back here under the carport. I gotta get it running again. There's a lot of little things that it needs to get going, but this is something that we will get back together in 2025. Along with getting back onto the old red coat, the Tea Party Land Rover, that we still got a couple little things to do for the Matt's Off-Road games. So as much as I would like to just keep buying vehicles and building new stuff, I have to get rid of some stuff, and unfortunately the Cherokee was one of those things. Now that doesn't mean we won't be building more unibodies in the future. It just means that we're gonna build new unibodies in the future. I don't know what to tell you. Either way, I'm super amped about this thing because it's a Samurai, man. I mean, look at it. It's super cool. Let me show you how much power this thing really has. I can't believe I didn't just break some Samurai axle shafts. Either way, I hope you all have a wonderful and happy new year. This thing's gonna be rad. It already kinda is. And I'm gonna pick one of you from the comments below. I'm gonna send you a free Colt Builds It hat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. We're gonna be building some stuff. Bye. So to have a chance to win a free hat, all you gotta do is comment, like the video, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click the bell. See ya.